everybody, and welcome to the ONTV kitchen. It's that time of year again. It's the food drive. I'm Monique Maksym, and it's great to be back in the ONTV kitchen. And I'm going to show you some brunch ideas today. So these are my little pumpkin cakes, and I'm going to show you how I make them in my little bundt machine. Now, the most important thing is to spray it with non-stick spray, because they are going to cook in there and we want to release nice. So this is my pumpkin mix. Now you can use whatever you want. If you want yours to be gluten-free, go ahead and do that. This is truly the Meyer brand pumpkin cake mix. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill these up to the rim, but not over. And then I'm going to rely on this machine. It has a light on it, and it will turn green when they're done. So I'm going to go ahead and close this and lock it shut like that. And there is my little orange indicator. And I'm going to truly trust this machine and wait until that turns green. And then that's time for my fluted cakes to come out. And I'm so excited. They're so delicious. Now I can do these so many different ways, and I'm going to show you at the end. But this is one of my easiest ways. Everybody's doing brunch. You can whip up a beautiful brunch in just a second at your house. I'm going to show you how, by making these little mini bunts. And so now I'm just going to put a little powdered sugar in here. There we go. And I'm just going to bump this like that. And away we go. Now I can totally dial them up from there, but that is a quick, easy start to a beautiful brunch. And our timer is still going, so we're going to give that another minute for those cakes to cook up, and then they should release quite easily and beautifully. There, our little green indicator light has just turned on. So now you don't want to poke at this machine. You don't need to get a fork or anything. You're just going to go ahead and flip this over, and your cakes are going to release. See? Just like that. There are our beautiful cakes. Now those need a minute to cool off. And while they cool off, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to respray just a touch, because I need my stuffing to release as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill each one of these with a little bit of stuffing. Now, this isn't going to pour in as easily as the cake mix. Just putting a little ball in there, and then you're going to have your sweet and your savory for your brunch today. Now, if you don't have one of these mini bundt pans, then I'm sure you could do it, just press them into a cupcake mold and bake them for a few minutes, and you'll have a similar effect. Not exactly the same, but a similar effect. Or you could even do it in a large bundt pan, but I wouldn't recommend you fill it the whole way. So again, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. So then again, we're going to wait for our indicator light. While we wait, I want to tell you that I've used my own gravy in here, and you can use a jar gravy, a canned gravy, homemade gravy, it really doesn't matter. But when it's warm, I put it in this insulated cup, and then it has the pour there, and that is the way you want to serve it, even at your table at home. It's a great way to keep it warm. If you don't have a little mini crock pot to keep it warm in, this is a great alternative, is to keep it in a thermal cup. The steam's starting to come up, so the light should turn pretty soon. Now I can probably go ahead and open this one a little early, because the stuffing's already cooked through. So there they are, our mini bunts. I'm going to go ahead and flip them out of that machine. Not bad. Not bad. Now they could have stayed in there. They could have stayed in there another few minutes, and they probably would have been a little bit firmer. But they look great, they smell great. You can see the little shapes of the mini bundt in there. And now I'm just going to go ahead, like I said, and my gravy is in my insulated cup. And I'm going to go ahead and just drizzle a little gravy over here. Oh, yeah, that looks good. See how that drizzles out of there so nice? And it's nice and warm. So that's really the main reason you want to do it. So 2 cool ways that you can use your mini bundt pan. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put a little powdered sugar on there. And then this one I'm going to doll up with just a little cherry on top. You know, I've got some of this cherry pie filling, and I can just add a little bit of those. You could use apple pie filling or, you know, whatever you like. So now I've got one other little trick I want to show you, and I'm really hoping that I can pull this off for you. And I just want to show you how to cut pomegranate. Pomegranates are delicious and they're really good for you, and you want to remember to chew the little seeds. You don't want to digest them whole. You want to chew them up and get all these antioxidants. So all you have to do is I'm going to score this pretty tough skin here. And now I'm not going to get it on my team winning shirt here. You want to be careful with your pomegranates because this will, anything it gets on, it's going to stain, including my skin. So there I have it. I'm just going to grab this and pull the top off there, and then you can see that membrane inside there. And I'm going to try to cut along the lines that I can see the membrane. And the reason why is we want to be able to remove this little bit of membrane. That's what makes it bitter, and we don't want any of that bitter taste. You know, it's always, how do you eat these things, right? Well, I like to do this, and then I'll sit there with a toothpick for a while, and I'll pick at it that way. But the most important thing is just to open it up like that so you can get after this and get that out of there. And then what you can do from here, really, if you want, is just spread those all out onto a plate and freeze them. There you go. That's one way to get to your delicious and so good for you pomegranate seeds. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Orion Neighborhood Television is your community media outlet. Our mission is to empower community members and groups to create, communicate, and connect through television and video production. For more than 35 years, ONTV has offered video production classes to residents of all ages and provides them with the equipment and facilities to produce their own programs. Not only are residents encouraged to produce programs, but ONTV staff produces programs that promote local nonprofits and community groups like the Chamber of Commerce, the Orion Township Public Library, and the Lake Orion Lions Club, to name a few. The staff ventures out into the community to cover events like parades, festivals, concerts, and high school sports. ONTV has provided the equipment and staffing to televise township and village meetings live, and has provided the video equipment that Lake Orion High School students use as they prepare for a career in broadcasting. ONTV's podcast studio and training give producers an opportunity to educate and entertain listeners. To sign up for classes or for more information, call 248-393-1060 or visit orionontv.org.
Thanks for joining me today in the ONTV kitchen during the food drive. Don't forget to give generously to this amazing community. They do so much, and we show it to you all the time on the TV, so be sure to tune in and watch our news and come and be a part of our team, okay? This was one of my first places I've ever been on air, and it's been a great experience. So I want to invite you to experience ONTV as well. So I hope you enjoyed making our mini pumpkin bundt cakes during our brunch. And you can use regular pancake mix, cake mix, stuffing, all different kinds of things in your mini bundt machine. And these are our savory bites to it. And don't forget to get in your delicious pomegranate. And remember to chew up the little seeds that are inside there. They're so good for you. And once you open it up this way and get the bitter membrane out, you can use a little toothpick, or remember you can freeze the individual seeds on a sheet for long term. So thank you for joining me today. Give generously to the food drive, and I hope to see you again right here soon.